Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday of week 8. Decided I wanted to do a quick screencast. I'm actually not sure how quick of a screencast it'll be. I don't want to lie to you too much right now. To walk you through how to do one of the assessments for this week. I've actually got an older screencast that covers both of the assessments, the multiple intelligences and the emotional intelligence assessment. The website for the multiple intelligences assessment has changed. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that, and then you'll watch the last part of the previous screencast so that I am not doing double duty here on my stuff. So what I've done is I've just gone into our class here. Here I am at the home page. I'm going to head over to content, and then I'm going to scroll down here. I'm in week 8, so I'll just, you click week 8, and here you are. And so I say begin here where I walk you through all of this, and then the screencast I am recording right now is actually going to go in between these two. I'm going to have this begin here screencast. The one I'm doing now will appear right here. I will call it watch this one next. And then I'll tell you what time, and I'll change the name here on what to watch with this one, okay? This assessment screencast is pretty accurate. It's just not 100% accurate, and I want to give you 100% accurate screencasts. So this is where it will end up, okay? Now, for what I'm doing right now, though, I'm wanting to show you how to do the assessment, okay? So the assessment I'm going to look at is multiple intelligences assessment. I'm assuming that you have now, you've gone through, you've watched all of this. You'll come down, you'll watch this TED Talk. I've got guest lecturers this week. And then you'll click here. You'll click on the multiple intelligences assessment, okay? So it brings you to this page. Now, it'll open it in D2L, and it should still work. We'll see. Okay, I'm crossing my fingers, sort of hoping it works. Now, what you want to do is this. I know my face is here. It won't be there when you look at it, but you come down here, and all you really want to have clicked is this one. You can just select multiple intelligences, and that'll be fine. If you want more, feel free to do that. That's all I'm looking for. The multiple intelligences assessment is 80 questions. So just to let you know, that's kind of what you're in for. Now, the good news here is you click on this and it tells you how long it takes. So it's going to take approximately 9 minutes for me to do this. And this is cool how they've got it set up now. It used to be much harder to do. You used to have to scroll down and do all sorts of crazy stuff. But now all you do is you read this question right here. Okay? And so you read the question. I have good coordination and motor skills. No, not great there. So I'm going to click rarely, and it's going to bring up the next question. I like to write and am good at it. Okay, sure, often. I want to understand why I am the way that I am. I am always this way. Now, by the way, the order of these questions is randomized each time. When you see these, they will not be in this exact order. Don't freak out. That's okay. It's giving you your version of the quiz. Okay? I've gone through and I've done this a couple of times to make sure, and it's given me a different order every single time. You will eventually get to these questions, but it's not going to be in this order. Okay? So I am not going to go through all 80 questions here. Okay? I am going to hit pause and click through these so I can get to the end, so that I can explain to you what needs to happen. If you're trying to follow along with me, now is a really good time to actually, if you're watching this in order, you're going to want to go watch the TED Talk first. But if you're following along with this, doing the assessment, now's a good time to go ahead and finish the assessment. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, and I'm back. So now that I've gone through all 80 of the questions, it did not take me 9 minutes. I was actually able to go quicker than that, but if it takes you shorter or longer, that's okay. Another thing that I noticed in taking this assessment again this time is it's got options for you to say never, rarely, often, always. Some of the questions are hard to actually really answer based on those 4 criteria. Do your best, okay? There were some of them where I'm like, well, is there something in between often and rarely? Because, I was more in the middle. Just kind of go if it's generally no or generally yes, and then yes, definitely, or absolutely not. Be thinking of the scale that way. It'll still give you a pretty decent reading of your intelligences. So once I click the last question, I got this screen right here, and it asks me, what is your name? Enter your name to include it on your report. This is optional. So I am going to say it's optional and not put my name in, okay? You can put your name in if you want to. I am going to click Show My Report here. It's going to take just a second to prepare it, and then here it is, okay? So it just gives you a snapshot, okay? And it gives you a little blurb here that you can read, and then you can take a look here at what mine turned out to be, okay? In looking at these results now here in the moment, these top three seem to be pretty right. Musical, I am a musician. I am not a full-time musician. It's not the way I make my money, but it is one of the things that brings me joy. Linguistic and intrapersonal. Hey, looky there, huh? I guess it's good that it's in my top three. The last time I took it, intrapersonal was actually higher than linguistic. So, not by much, 97, 87, 83. And then you've got a 20-point bounce down for the rest of me here. This is pretty good for me, I think. It jives with what I know of myself. So, or think I know of myself. So, you can take this and you can have it mean whatever you think you want it to, whatever you want it to mean. So then you come down here and it gives you other ways of looking at it. It gives some history. It unpacks all of this stuff, and then it will actually work with you on explaining your intelligences. Me, because I am high in the musical intelligence, it compares me with the general population. It shows with me and where I'm at based on this test. I think it would be interesting to take the test a couple of times to really kind of see what the results actually are. And then you can scroll down here and it gives you the characteristics. It gives you possible careers. If I were to have followed this, I don't know that I would have been a professor. It is in my top three, but anyways, I'm glad I'm a professor. Let me just say that. So verbal linguistic. Here I am up here. Here's it's got all of the breakdown here. Possible careers. I think this is funny. Lecturer, teacher. So I guess I'm in my top 2 or 3 here, and then intrapersonal intelligence. What careers does it say intrapersonal is good for? This is interesting. I'm gonna have to save this for a lecture in the future here. Entrepreneur, inventor, librarian. Wow, look at that. Scientist, writer, historian. That's cool. And it just breaks you down all the way. It breaks it, not you. breaks down your intelligences all the way down. You can keep this. You can come all the way to the bottom. There's usually an option to print it, or is there not? Oh no, but you can copy the URL. Okay, there you go. You can report is also printer friendly. Oh, there you go. So take a look at this and allow it to tell you what you needed to tell you for this assignment. Okay. This is a multiple intelligences assessment that you took very quickly. I do not think it is indicative of anything too horribly. I don't know how serious we should take these results, is what I'm saying. For me, though, this gives me some fodder for reflection. As I'm working on my intrapersonal competence and my self-awareness, this gives me some fodder for reflection in my discussions and the journal for this week. It might also give something for the final autoethnography paper as you're moving toward that. So I hope this helps as you're taking. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold. As you are helping. Start the sentence again. As you're working toward the final autoethnography paper. There we go. Okay, so your results will look very different than mine, or maybe they'll look exactly the same, and you should be worried because you're a lot like me. Okay, so if you have any problems with this, please let me know. This is actually working much better than it has in the past. This time around, I just wanted to give you a heads up of how it looks. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the boards.